This is perfect. Perfect conditions for throwing a spinnerbait. It's a ripple on the water like this. Really, it's just, this is what you want. You want conditions just like this for spinnerbait fishing. We should have some fish out here today. These are just excellent conditions. Just gotta find them. Spinnerbaits are search baits. So if you're not quite sure where the bass are, it's always good to whip out a spinnerbait, especially if there's a nice little breeze on the water like this. You'll find them eventually. I'll do a 360-degree pattern around my kayak and they'll show up. With any luck, they'll be good sized. Most of the bass I catch on the spinnerbait are above average in size. You want to catch above average bass, throw a spinnerbait. That's how it's done right there. And these things are big too. I mean, look how big it is compared to my hand, but you throw that, you're going to catch larger than average bass. There he is. Got him. He came out of nowhere. That's a decent one right there. Oh yeah. See, you get that above average bass size when you start throwing these things. So that's what we got right there. It's a good bass. That's the first bass of the day. You can see that's a nice one. Got some weight to it. See how long she is. Or he. Looks like a jack. Let's see what we got going on here. And what we're looking at. Well, what are ya? Oh, you're gone! Oh my god, that just happened. Anyways, I think that bass was actually about 17.5 inches. I got like a quick glimpse. Maybe I can go back and check the footage, but yeah. So I need 17.75 to call. That bass probably didn't quite hit 18. But yeah, if this had been a tournament, you know, I wouldn't be so careless with handling the bass that jumped off like that. It was a good size one. So, but that's a spinnerbait for you. That's what they do. You want that size that you're looking for when you throw the spinnerbait. Throw it like this in these windy conditions. The bass will play along. They're hungry. And what I did was I came up this creek here. The main lake is 53-degree surface temperature, but the creek, I came far enough back here, it's 60-degree surface temperature. So the fish are comfortable here. It's a good temperature for them to be biting. That is why I came back here. Finding perfect conditions for spinnerbait. Now there's another, like if this is all grassy, but if it was rocky instead and there was no grass, I wouldn't be throwing the spinnerbait. I would be throwing either a square bill or a crankbait, bouncing it off those rocks. I'll also do that in woody water too. So that's it. That's the spinnerbait. Now for this spinnerbait, I don't always use this kind of trailer. This is a KVD Strike King KVD spinnerbait, but look at that fish on the end there. That thing looks so realistic. And you can see it's all scuffed up from all the bass I caught on this thing. But I'm going to try to keep using it as long as I can, and because it's working. I think I only have like 1 or 2 more of these fish too, but I have several of the spinnerbaits. And these spinnerbaits, they'll wear out. These Strike King KVD spinnerbaits, they'll wear out after several fish. This one probably has about half a dozen fish on it, or maybe more. It'll be probably worn out by the end of the day. Another nice thing about fishing in the wind in the springtime in Maine, the black flies here are really bad in the springtime. So, oh, there's one. Yep, fish on. Oh yeah, decent. But the black flies are really bad. But when you fish in the wind, they're not as bad. Woo! Another nice spinnerbait bass. He's probably about 17, which is probably not what I need to call, but take a look and see what we got. Alrighty. Yeah, you're a good size one. Definitely a good size one. Fat belly there. You like that spinnerbait? Yeah, he's not going to even go 17. She is 16 and a half. 16 and a half. Alrighty. See, we'll put you back just like that. Another spinnerbait bass. So that's like 2 bass in the last like 10 minutes. I mean, these are perfect conditions, folks. You see water that looks like the water that's ahead? That's spinnerbait water right there. Nice little wind on it. Plus the wind, like I said, keeps the black flies at bay. But these fish are here. And this water's not very deep. I'm fishing in 3.5 feet of water, 4 feet of water. So they're pretty That was another hit. Just missed that one though. So these fish aren't real deep. They're only in a few feet of water here. But you know, that's where they are. They're hanging out in the 60-degree water. While the main lake is 50 degrees, 53 degrees. They're back here in this cove, trying to stay warm and find some forage. Get ready for the spawn. I just work it through here. Pretty windy back here, but I work it through here. Nice and easy. They just tear it up. They dig it. I don't know if you can see that coming through the water, but I just kind of give it a good little jerk and tug. The nice thing about the spinnerbait too. Oh no, that's not a bass. That's a snag. The nice thing about the spinnerbait too is you can really, even with this water all choppy like this, you can see it going through the water, and you can see when the bass hits it. Because those blades will just move sideways. Bam, when you see that, you know you got a fish on. There we go. Unsnagged. That's good. And that plastic really needs to be replaced. I'm stubborn. I will use this plastic as long as I can. I'll even just put it back on there, man. Bam! Shove it up in there. Here we go. Bass don't care if it's all mouthed up. That doesn't bother them in the least. So I will just use these things until that rubber's falling apart. And it won't stay on the hook anymore. Just nice and easy. I don't reel too fast. I reel fast enough to keep it off the bottom, but as slow as I possibly can and still keep it off the bottom. I also like to just hit it a little bit like that. these bass will just nail it. A lot of times they hit it when you first cast. When it lands, they just nail it right away. Sometimes they just come and get it.